Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today I have a new video for you guys. It is support vector machine, which is a machine learning algorithm which is based on classification. Like I have made previous video like decision tree and KNN, so please watch those videos as well, because those videos also cover the supervised machine learning algorithm and it is classification based. As you know that machine learning algorithm is based on three types. So three types, one of them is regression, which is one of them is linear regression that I have made a video on. Another type is classification based, which is decision tree, k-nearest neighbors, and also support vector machines and logistic regression and many others. This machine learning technique is also supervised because it has label data. It means that based on your feature data, you are predicting based on it is class dog or it is class cat. Also, you can classify it. Do you have cancer based on the feature set or your training model, or you don't have cancer cell in yourself? So you just clarifying the label data here. So that's why it is called supervised machine learning algorithm. Let's see the main structure of this algorithm. So first we are classifying these 2 points, these circle points that you have. Suppose it is class 1, okay, or you can say it is cancer cell. And this rectangle one, this rectangle shape that you can see here, this is based on class. These data points are based on your C2 class. So we want to classify these two different kind of data set. This one is another data set, this one is another data set. We need to make a boundary so that we can differentiate between them, so that whichever class is on the other side. Suppose this line is a wall that differentiate between this class and this class. That is what we want in classification algorithm of machine learning. So let's understand it more easily and more perfectly, because SVM is really important to understand because it is used in many places. So let's see which are our support vector, because this algorithm called support vector machine. So this last data point that you can see, the circle, is very close to this point. Okay, so draw a line here, and this rectangle is also very close to this line, so draw a line here. As it is closer, this data point is the most close to class 1. This is based on class 2. It is very close to class 1, so you need to draw a line here. And this class 1 point, see, this circle point is very close to this point because this is the closest here, so draw a line here. So if you add those lines, suppose add those lines, you get a margin. Okay, so this margin is very important. And when you draw a line here that separate those two data set properly, this distance d1, suppose this distance is d1 from your main hyperplane, this dot, this line is actually your hyperplane, this bold one, and the other two one is your soft margin, which is very near close to your last data point. From this one is the last data point, so draw a line. This one is the last data point which is closest to this, draw a line. And if you connect all those, you get d1 plus d2, these two distance, add those two, you get a margin. So remember that this margin is very important. So this distance, the most distance you get from this position to this position and from this position to this position, the better the algorithm will perform. So it means that the more the margin is, this distance is, the better you identify or predict or classify your data based on your training model. That is what we want in SVM or any machine learning algorithm based on classification. Let's see two other diagrams. Here, this is your circle class, this is a rectangle class. Suppose this is class 1 and this is class 2. Suppose this is a linear straight line. Okay, this straight line is called the hyperplane. This is same as this line that separates two different classes. Okay, and the margin is the closest point, so draw a line here, and this one is the closest point to this, so draw a line here. So this is the margin, this is actually the distance 1, and same as this is distance 2. So if you add those two, you get a margin. Suppose this margin is m1, the distance, and here same, our line is same, but here it is, but look at the position, it is in angle, okay, but it is straight, so there is less margin here compared to this margin. This margin is way better, so m2 is way better than m1, so this margin is higher, so that we can classify it more perfectly and more properly compared to this. So we should always take m2 because this is the largest and the margin is highest here compared to this margin. So this is the most important thing that you need to understand in SVM. The more margin, the better it is, the more accurate result it will perform. Okay, so this is actually the linear support vector machine that we can draw just a line and it differentiate to different classes. Now let's understand what's the problem with the linear SVM. Suppose our dataset is like this. It is not proper way aligned like before. That one you just draw a line, you just draw this line and you just classify it properly. But no, you cannot do this, because if you draw a line here, suppose draw a line, one of your data set is circle, one of your data set is also rectangle, so there is a mixed up. So we do not want those mixing. We just want all those circle in another side and in draw a line and give all our rectangle in another side. That is what we want. Okay, that is, so here say two classes are mixed, so it will give very bad prediction accuracy when you give it a training data model. When you want to predict, then when you get also a rectangle here, then the prediction would be low. It says that the prediction of getting cancer cell is 0.5, which is not we want. We want 100% accuracy. So all of the data, all of the circle should be on the left side and all the rectangle would be on the right side, so that we get the more perfect example and most perfect prediction. So we don't want this mixing. So for that, just drawing a linear line cannot differentiate to different data set and classify it properly. So that's why we need non-linear SVM and kernel tricks that is most important in SVM, because kernels makes the SVM very efficient and more productive in real life scenarios that you will see. So understand this part more smartly, because this part is really important. What kernel do, it takes input 1D image or 1D data like this one. Just this is simple, just a simple axis, x-axis. There is no y-axis because it is 1D. Okay, so you have circle in one line, and in the middle you have rectangle class, and you also have this circle class again. Now you cannot differentiate it, those two classes, easily. It would be very difficult. You just cannot draw a line here and differentiate it. You cannot do it. You need to give it to kernel, and kernel can do the magic, and you can output your 1D data into 2D data feature set. Okay, so this is actually our feature set or our training data. It is converting our training x-axis training data, which is 1D training data, into 2D training data. So if you convert it to 2D, it will look like this. You draw a hyperplane. This is actually the hyperplane. Okay, so in another side we have only the circle class. This is the circle class, so which is C1, and on the another side we have the C2 class, which is we called triangle or rectangle class. Okay, so we can classify it very easily by changing the dimension from 1D to 2D. So let's see in another example where we have 2D input. So our input is 2D. Okay, so in here we have 1D input, we convert it into 2D. But if we have 2D input, then what should we do? The output should be 3D kernel. As you can see, x, y and z, we have three different kind of axes when we get 2D input. So in this case also, when you draw a line here, you just cannot classify it to different class easily. You just have to do some trick. In 2D, this is 2D input. Okay, so we have x and y, so that's why it is 2D input kernel, and it is changing to x, y and z 3D axis. Okay, so it's in 3D axis we can identify our this hyperplane. This hyperplane is actually like a plate. Okay, 2D plate, and upper case we have, in upper place we have the circular class, and in the lower place we have the rectangle class. So when you convert to 3D, it is very easy to classify them. But when you see in 2D format, we cannot classify it. But when it is converted to 3D, it is very easy to classify those two different classes. So this is one of the most important trick to know. So that's why the kernel trick is super important to learn in SVM. I will make another videos with in-depth analysis of the types of kernel and how we should use it. but just know that there are different types of kernels that is related to support vector machine that makes it more efficient, more powerful, and more higher dimensional, so that we can do complex mathematical classes and analyze it properly, so that our classification becomes much more accurate and predictable. So number one, we have the Gaussian kernel. The formula is important. Fi is equals to e to the power minus x xi modulus, because the it should not be minus in the middle, divided by 2 delta square. So delta is any constant. We can say, suppose delta is equals to 1. This x and xi, these are the input variables. Suppose x is 3 and this is 2. So just divide it and divide it by 2 delta square and get your output, Gaussian kernel. We have polynomial kernel. Polynomial is supposed to the power n, suppose this kind of thing. This is your input feature x1 x2. You just need to multiply x1 times x2 plus 1 to the power d. It can be anything. It can be 2 3 4 5 up to anything. But remember, if it goes to 10 12 5 to 10 12 11, then your calculation will be a little bit difficult for your machines, and it is very resource heavy, this polynomial kernel. We have another kernel which is Laplace RBF kernel. We also take the number of inputs x1 x2 suppose, and its formula is e to the power minus x1 minus x2 divided by delta. Same as this one, but we have 2 delta square, but here we have only delta here. We have also linear kernel. Its value is 0 when this is our function, that when it is 0, it means that our weight vector of x is smaller than 0. When it is 1, our weight vector of x is greater than 0. Simple linear kernel. Let's understand what is the best use case of SVM, because it is one of the best classification algorithm and many people use it in machine learning. So we also need to understand in which cases it is performed the best. When number of features or variables of dataset or our training data is very large, it has millions of record columns and rows, then it is very useful. Okay, so we have to know that. And in second case, when sparsity is very high, for example, most of your features have 0 values. When you see many Excel sheets and CSV sheets, some of the columns have only 0 values. So in that case, the sparsity is high. In this kind of set, when the features have many columns have 0 values, then you should also use SVM, because the sparsity is high for this. Then you can use SVM as well. And the third one is very important. It means that it is very well in image classification. Suppose you want to do some image processing type of thing, and image classification based on your image, you are predicting any disease, you are predicting human faces or any animals faces based on image classification or image data, or you are predicting any 3D object based on its 3D image, this kind of things, then you should need to use this this image classification technique on SVM. And also when there is lot of features like gene classification, when you want to classify different kind of gene based on your given training data set, and you want to get any proper gene for any species. So in this kind of gene classification, there are different kind of features columns that you need to analyze. So in this kind of set, when there is huge amount of columns in your data set, then you should use this SVM. And also it is also used for different kind of disease based classification, gene classification, and image classification as well. Why it is useful? It is very kernel. It has it uses kernel trick to improve performance or if your accuracy. When your input value is only 1D, then it converts to 2D. When your input is 2D, it converts you with the kernel trick to 3D, so that we can classify it more perfectly. So it uses kernel trick to improve your performance drastically. So in this type of thing, you should use SVM. So these are the main thing that you should understand. Why should you want to use SVM, and in which cases you want to use SVM. So it is one of the most easiest and most sometimes it is one of the most difficult to understand because of this type of kernel trick. So I hope you understand these videos properly. So let's continue with our next video. So till then, I will catch up in the next video. So in the next video, I'm talking about with different kind of performance metrics that you should know. So keep in touch with me. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch up in the next video.